Hey, happy Saturday. It was right in the middle of the month of November. Get ready for Thanksgiving. I was listening to this report on that governor of Ferris or Missouri. He's talking about we will protect the people. Well, if you're gonna if you were protecting the people, you wouldn't be out there saying, we will protect the people. And it was so disgustingly obviously he meant that they were coming out with the National Guard to shoot and kill black people. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how many white motherfucking policemen they got hiding that one Darren Wilson, but you know, it's hilarious. They were crying about, oh, do you know how many people we had to let go because Darren Wilson didn't go to court? Well, then obviously the only thing you guys are good at is misinterpreting the law. Because if you was doing your job right and you had all your I's and all your T's dotted, you wouldn't need to have him go to court for what? That you guys show up after the crime. You don't show up before the crime. You don't show up during the crime. You show up after the crime. You know, because people call you after they've been burglarized, or they make that phone call after the shooting. You know, but anyway, like I said, they got them boarding up Ferguson. They probably got some contractor. You're sure anything to try to make the black people, to terrorize them, make them feel uncomfortable, or make it feel like it's really the people in Ferguson, the black community's fault. Why these white racist governor and chief of police is in office because you voted them in office, or you didn't show up to vote, but or you decide to stay in Missouri when there's other surrounding areas. I would, you know what I mean, Chicago, Missouri, and all these places has been targeted, you know what I mean. But anyway, the thing is that I mean, there's a lot. You could come back to Memphis, and you know people you have to worry about shooting you as other black people. There you know what I'm saying? There, you know what I'm saying? You can have just as bad schools, but basically the governor is threatening the people. As far as I'm concerned, if he had been black, they were saying he's a terrorist and he's threatening with terrorist act. They got the National Guard. Whoopee! So you can get the fucking National Guard. So what you gonna do? Start shooting all people because Darren Wilson emptied a gun? Now I guess next day they're gonna say we're all a bunch of fucking liars. Everybody that witnessed it and everything that was on the internet, that Darren Wilson didn't shoot that boy. That Darren Wilson was flying around with his wings flapping and his tail coming out of his ass, and he had a little goddamn halo over his head because he was farting out halos. Anyway, personally, I just figured that if they keep up this type of mentality like they have in Missouri, like that, who that Nixon, whatever that governor name is. Now, doesn't he remind you of a sorry ass, you know, like the type of kid that used to cheat all the way in school, was a bully ass punk bitch and was sucking plenty of dick to get that grade in the bathroom that you would peek at and gawk and wonder how come, you know, such a low-down trifling motherfucker always gets the grades. And then your friend's like, come and peek in the peek hole, and he's, you know what I'm saying, baby, you shouldn't have swallowed because governor, you probably have some sexually parasites up in your brains, probably, you know, related to syphilis. You know how you white folks. But anyway, so what? Missouri ain't gonna get no better. The school systems are just going to get worse, and you can tell that they're making too much money off of the jail. And I know for a fact that the police there and the governor and all them trafficking cocaine, because there's no way that city is swimming in cocaine. They make Scarface look like he just had nothing. There was no coke. Now, how you get that much coke in that area? But you busy, worry about somebody walking down the street with a 99 cent cigar, or maybe they had 5 of those. Maybe it was $5 worth. You know what I'm saying? But I bet you got plenty of policemen, children that are hooked on drugs too. You know, so it don't make no sense. You know why they trying to scare the black, business? Oh, you better board up. Yeah, because when the police is gonna be hold back for a few minutes, like they watch Vice News. And like I was saying, like I know some stuff gets edited. The Russians, right, from Russia in the 72 was coming down from Alaska, right, and pretty much it's no mystery. You could drive, and you could take a boat, and you could walk across from Russia to Alaska. And you could ask Sharon Palance about that. She could tell you all about how to walk across, right? And then they come down, and you could rent a car. You could go on a train, a plane, and they come right in here because they was white. And at that time, it was a big thing about the Russians that were wanting to immigrate here, and they used to have ballerinas that denounced their citizen in Russia, and they would come here and not want to go back. So they had the propaganda that we was in favor of these Russians, and they were illegal, So but anyway, and they probably did the most harm to our schools, to our on purpose. So, but anyway, so, like I said, if I was you white people, I'd make it a fucking ghost town. Let the police show up. That way they're in the reporters, so we could all film on how fucked up our United States has become because of policemen like in Ferguson, Missouri, like the governor that we have, like the police chief that you have there, like the type of education system, like the mindset system that you have, that we're housing our kids right out of jail, and even if they do go in prison, you let them back out, you haven't taught them shit but how to be just like the police are, which is a narcissistic, hateful, racist-ass bitch that doesn't have a sense of empathy for the human life, let alone female or children. And they're disgusting-ass white trash, and that's right, I said it. Your behavior is disgusting, it's revolting, and it's treasonous, and you're terrorist pigs. So go ahead, threaten us with the National Guards. What are you going to do? Shoot somebody 7 times, leave them in the middle of the street for 4 hours? We already know your shit. We just don't want, personally, I just rather not be around people like that because, I had my hepatitis shot, so